Hello and welcome to the power of healing your energy. And yes, I've got the power. You've got the power. We all have the power. And where does it lie? Within, my dears. And it is the day before Halloween as well. And I'm like, I have no costume, but hey, here I am. All of me, yeah, so let's just have a little bit of fun here. And my name's Christine. If you don't know who I am, I'm with 24 Karat Healing, and I'm your spiritual medium, intuitive energy coach, and old soul healer. And through my own work, I have healed my own depression and anxiety through lots of hard work, lots of tears, meditation, intuition development, healthy eating, emotional trauma release, inner child work, that shadow integration stuff, ego, and more. And I guide empathic women or empaths or sensitives to unleash their gifts as light workers that are masked as depression and anxiety. So through that work, you will discover that you have always been intuitive and that you all have gifts. We all have gifts. We haven't been using them. We have not been using them. We have been letting ego and society and labels and programming and subconscious running the show. And you know what? No more, okay? And each week I have a guest. Like last week I had the amazing human optimizer, also known as Adrienne Wesley, on. This week it is just us and the collective energy. So, we want to talk more about spiritual path and your journey and healing and unconditional love. And my wish is that everyone finds it within them, okay? So this is an open discussion. I welcome all denominations. I welcome everyone. Everyone is welcome. Lots of love. We won't tolerate anything else than, the higher vibe and the love and the light, all right? So let's find and share new skills, techniques, and support along our personal journey. Please be interactive. Please share this out. Please let me know if this is your first time being here, if this is on the replay. Just join the conversation and leave your comments and questions below during and even after the show. I get back to every single person, okay? And message me as well if you're looking for a certain topic or you would like a guest, someone that you're following and want to have on my show, or a topic that means the world to you, all right? And of course, healing begins where the ego ends. So just let me know, guys, what's happening in your world, what's going on, if you're having any issues. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about channeling your higher self or your soul. And as well, there's going to be a little bit of a meditation in there to get you ready for that. And talking about, how we are all born perfectly. You're all perfect. And I think a lot of us just don't give us that credit where it's due, that we were born perfectly. Even for myself, I have moments, of course, 95% of your day is spent in subconscious, those old, worn out records or tapes or whatever you want to call it. It just takes over and you don't even realize it. So I'm just setting up here for this watch party and just asking everyone to join. Here we go. All right. So I've got that going. Multitasking at its best, whatever you want to call it. Hold on here. And look at that. You got to love spirit, hey? Because I had my portable speaker going. Whoops. All right. I'm going to shut that off. Just woo. So many things going on. Anyways, so I'm just waiting for a few more people to join us, to come in here. I'm just going to go to my own page and wrangle some people in, because apparently, you know, when I go live, a lot of people miss it. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure how that happens. So, and if you do miss it, the replay will always be there, of course. And you can also catch it on YouTube as well. I do share that out to YouTube, and then I share it everywhere else. Yeah, so just letting that go, that we're live, and join me live. All right, so just putting that in there. All right, and please say hello. Let me know where you're from. And obviously, if you're a first timer, and if you have any questions, anything that's on your mind, maybe what you're doing for Halloween tomorrow. If you do dress up, myself, I haven't in a while, in a few years, since my youngest left, you know, to live on his own. So this is as close as it's going to get. I mean, I could have just showed up and, you know, my house coat and curlers in my hair and a face mask. Ooh, that would have been scary. Anyways. All right. So just share this out, because you're going to be channeling your higher self, your soul self. And what does that look like? I mean, what does that look like? And, you know, just because I have somehow, you know, I've uncovered my gifts as a medium, as an intuitive, as a psychic, doesn't mean that I am, you know, that I'm better than you, or you know, others. But what it means is I took the time to tune into myself, my soul. And I'm just saying hi to Terry. Hi, Terry. Thanks for joining. Oh, you're joining on YouTube. Very nice. Very nice. Not sure. Can you share that out on YouTube, or if possible? But you know what? I'm just going to start just a quick meditation. Let's just get ourselves centered. Close our eyes. And just start slowing the breath down. Now breathe however you'd like. Some like to use the box method, where you're breathing in for 4, you're holding for 4, and then you're letting go for 4. And just repeating that. Others, you know, they can breathe in fully, where you put your hand on your belly and you're breathing in fully. You can actually feel your stomach expand, and then letting it go quickly. You know, Wim Hof, if you do 30 rounds of breath, you're actually you're lightheaded and tingly. I know it works for me when I'm, you know, and I do it when I'm driving too. Driving can be interesting. Meaning, you know, just a lot of stuff going on around you. So that's a great way to just chill out and not be in reactive or, you know, crazy driver mode, right? Because I know some people can go that way, and yeah, myself included. So, so we're just gonna it's about healing the heart and the soul. And I actually do a meditation in the morning and at night. I cannot sit for half an hour in meditation, okay? So you do what works for you. I'll do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, and sometimes in between. And this exercise is similar to what many shamans refer to as dreaming the world into being. And our souls are always emitting a vibe or vibration. And when we are unaware of it, we tend to attract people and experiences into our life that resonate to this vibe. So that's like the law of attraction, right? Right? Matching that energy. The vibe must be positive, such as peace or creativity and self-worth, Or it might be negative, fear, abandonment, low self-worth. In either case, we tend to attract back, and which we put out there. So when we repeat a mantra, it is a focus or an affirmation. They're the same. It's a Sanskrit word meaning mind focus. So two words that feel good for you, okay? So what is your word? Love? Is it peace? Is it happiness? Is it wisdom? Is it joy? Is it health? Is it safety? That's a big one, especially with the root chakra. Prosperity, serenity, focus. So find two words and maybe find your own. For me, I know I wrote down a few. It's always love and joy, love and joy, love and joy. So while inhaling, imagine drawing a light through the top of your head. You can just imagine like a rod of light, if you will. And in that breath, allow the energy to be drawn down to your heart center. So just visualize that. This is a visualization as well. And repeat the mantra to yourself in your head or out loud. And these words depict a new state of consciousness you desire. And you're programming your heart and soul to these new patterns. So after you're anchoring these qualities into your heart center, exhale slowly as you allow the light to spread. Just visualize that to every cell in your body, bathing you completely. As you do this, allow yourself to hear the words, "and so it is," or "Amen." And you can repeat this 1 or 2 dozen times. So love and joy. And so it is. Love and joy. And so it is. And just imagine that energy pouring through the top of your head, through your third eye, connecting to your throat chakra, your heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and root, and completely flowing down your legs. And just imagine that energy flowing down into Mother Earth, flowing through the roots, the rocks, the debris, smashing, crashing, until you find the center of the earth. And I always imagine a rose quartz, because for me, the heart is everything. Imagine those energies, that cord, that light wrapping itself around that rose quartz. That's your unconditional love. Start pulling it back up and in, the way it came through, up to the soles of your feet. And let that energy radiate up to your heart center and let it spread out. So that is where your aura is going to come from. When people say, "I feel your aura" or your vibe, it's one and the same. It's one in the same. And, you know, if you don't resonate with a rose quartz, pick an amethyst, pick a citrine for your solar plexus, pick, you know, a red jasper for your root, whatever it happens to be. And you can spend that time visualizing and feeling your life as you would like it to be. Look at your health, look at your finances, look at your relationships and your work, and ask yourself, if I am indeed filled with love and self-worth, or whatever words you have chosen, love and joy, what would my life look and feel like in each category? So just think about that. Whatever words you have chosen, love and joy and health. For me, yes. Love and joy in finances. Getting there. Love and joy in relationships. Definitely. Took a long time, but I'm there. And the career, same thing. I feel the relationship and the career. It's, some people say I can only have luck in love, and then my career is crap, or my finances are amazing and my relationships are crap. That is all perception, my dear. If you want it to be amazing, it will be amazing, okay? All right. So just a lot of visualization. So maybe yoga is something you love to do. Visualize that, or running, or painting, dancing, stuff like that. Just be clear, detailed, and vivid, and put the feeling into it. And the third step is just to give thanks. Always close by giving thanks in advance for anything that you imagine while attuned to spirit and aligned with your highest good. It's already being brought into manifestation. The law of attraction works when you have an intent, and then you put your energy into that intent. You have a belief, you imagine and sit with that energy for at least 20 seconds and have the attitude of gratitude to transform your life. Giving thanks brings closure to the past and invites the future, but always being present. Very effective way to let the universe know that you are done with former lessons and you're ready for the next level. Because if you are not growing, you are not expanding, you are not ready for any lessons except the ones that you're comfortable in repeating. So now you get to live it. Your actions, your decisions should add up rather than subtract the love, the peace, the joy, and abundance. And if your actions are not in alignment with and contribute to your long-term peace and happiness, they probably are the right decisions for you, but they might conflict. So just make all of your daily life decisions match the feeling and meaning of your mantra. So if your mantra is self-worth, you don't say to a personal date that doesn't feel right for your highest good. Or if your mantra is peace, you don't say no to the option of watching a horror movie. Because that would disturb your peace, right? It's staying within how it makes you feel. Again, we're working with the heart center. And this is how we define, choose, and develop personal boundaries as well. And sharing your space, keeping your space safe and who you are, and not what other people think or feel or tell you. So you got to learn and discover and nurture the ability to know what's right for you, and at least decide what's right for you. Instead of your life is guided from peace, love, and self-worth, it resides in your heart and soul. And it might take, some time. It might seem difficult or foreign to you to follow your heart, but it gets easier with time. Because guess what? The subconscious has been running you for most of your life. And, some people say, oh, I think I'm waking up, or I'm on a spiritual journey and I feel like I'm crazy, or, some people are, oh, what's wrong with her? Or, you know what? Their opinions mean nothing. What matters is how you feel. They are living in their ego, so they see you changing. You're rising. They're here, right? Of course, if they want, to join you, they can. But if they don't resonate in your energy anymore, wish them unconditional love and move on. Move on. And if they come back, decide, what's going on. If this is for the best, especially with a Mercury retrograde happening starting tomorrow and running until November 20th. Old flames, old exes are going to pop up because they're going to see that you're rising, you're working on yourself. You've got this light, you're shining. Ooh, I want some of that. It's not a time to make those decisions. And I always say they're an ex for a reason, unless you want to learn that lesson again. Okay, so just working on, we're going to wrap up the meditation part is about focusing on a mantra. Of course, doing the breath work, the visualizations, giving thanks at the end, and then living it. And I definitely would have you guys use a gratitude journal. I write 5 things that I'm grateful for. And yes, sometimes it can be hard if you're in a dark place. It's not easy. But even if it's the water that you drink is clean, hey, that's a start. Or you woke up today, which, many don't get that. So we need to be more in a mindful and present perspective instead of always looking externally and, oh, I want that, or how come I can't be? You got to start here, and then you're going to realize, holy crap, I'm pretty freaking amazing, and here's all the gifts I have, and I have not been utilizing, right? All right. All right, so let me know if that resonates with you. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, of course, if there's any light workers out there, any fellow entrepreneurs looking for guidance, do you have a question? Do you have trouble shutting your mind off? And that's the other thing with meditation. It's not about shutting your mind off, okay? It is being present and aware of the thoughts that are going on, catching them and flipping them. So if you're always worried, you flip it to trust that everything is going to work out in your favor. Always. So that could be a mantra that you use, that everything is working in your favor. All right, so we did a little bit of meditation. If you guys would like, it's a 5-minute self-love meditation. I can send that to you. Please comment below self-love meditation, and I will send that out to you by email. So let me know if you'd like that. And of course, we are going to be going next to channeling. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions or perceptions about channeling. And we're asking, what does my soul want from me today? Have you ever asked yourself that? Have you ever taken like 5 minutes to sit down with yourself and just come from a place of peace and quiet? I think that's the biggest part, is we do not take time for quiet and for peace. Everything, we're always tuned in 24/7, it seems, right? Especially with social media. So channeling is different for everybody. For me, I met my guides. I was not looking for them. They appeared. I think that's the other question. A lot of people, I want to know who my guides are, and they got to have names, and they got to have this. And I imagine there's like 4 of them, and they're female and male. Well, you're already putting labels, and your ego is expecting and controlling how this is going to look. So you gotta let go of that first and foremost. That's what meditation is about. It's about letting go. Let go of everything and just float, as my buddy Adrian Wesley would say. Adrian Z. Wesley, yes. So, not everybody is going to channel their guides or Archangel Michael or even their loved ones, and some will. Got to have a little bit of water here. So everybody can channel. I absolutely believe it, okay? Absolutely. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right, Terry, I will send you that meditation after the show. Thank you. Let me know if anybody else wants a self-love meditation. That's wonderful. Thank you. So the higher self is, I see it as above you. I mean, that's your crown chakra. You always envision a light coming through, right? It's like a rod of light. The higher self that is past the rational mind. It's the mind that gets in the way of, getting those messages from your guides, your angels, and your loved ones, the collective, as I would call them, because it's a team. And it's the voice of the soul. So what I want you to do is grab a pen and paper. Now, if you have that with you, that's fantastic. If you don't, then maybe just, if you have your phone handy or computer, maybe just, start typing something out. So write this and ask, what does my soul want from me today? And I'm going to be writing with you guys. What does your soul want from you today? I guess you should just let that sink in a little bit. And, just first thing that comes to my mind is my soul wants me to have more fun. I take, being a medium, being a healer, intuitive, and coach very seriously, and sometimes too serious. So channeling your inner child, your sacral chakra, the fun, creative side, there's a lot of healing that comes through that, and there's a lot of, you get a lot of great ideas. Yeah, at least for me. Let me know if you get that as well, because everybody is different, right? All right, so ask a question, don't be shy. Let me know what came out of your channeling. And if you're not done yet, let me know as well. I might be pushing this along a little bit. So, and whatever comes to you, don't think about it. That's what the ego wants you to, what does my ego want? No, your soul. Your soul. Just write. And some will come through automatically. Like I do automatic writing. It just comes through, and I get songs, and I get numbers, and I get images. I hear words. I see words. So just write it all down. Even if it seems, well, what the ego would perceive as woo or woo-woo or crazy, it's not. That's your soul. This is how I visualize it. It's constant battle like this, constantly, always fighting, opposing forces, that, and I could see it as a black and white energy as well. That's just how I feel about it. So, all right. Anybody surprised? Well, looks like I got a little, anybody surprised at what they wrote? Let me know. Okay, Terry, you're saying connection with your friend. Okay. Are you saying a friend that has passed? Yeah, I'm just putting this in the comments here. Just trying to understand what's going on here. So just let me know if you were surprised at what you wrote. Even if it's on the replay, let me know. You can send a heart or emoji, or you can comment surprise, and let me know if you want to, or share with us what you wrote, or you can send it to me privately through a private message as well if you don't feel like. Terry's saying a friend that is far away who just lost her husband. Okay. I see. Yeah. Well, especially if you're highly sensitive and intuitive, you can definitely pick up on that energy. I know for myself, a lot of times, I'll be feeling something and I'll check in with someone and I'm like, is something going on? Or I'm feeling this way. What's going on today? Or, if I'm going to do distance Reiki or a Reiki session or a reading in person, the night before, the day of, I am going through pretty much your day. I'm feeling everything. If you have anxiety, you have depression, you have an illness, I feel it as well. So, and my dream journal is specifically for you as well. So yes, time and space have no meaning and no bearing whatsoever. And I'm so sorry about your friend. That's, yeah. And I'm sending, love, light, and blessings to her as well. I'm just trying to multitask, which does not work. I used to think it did, but that was my former perfectionism getting in the way. So is this the first time you've ever done this before, this type of exercise, channeling exercise? Let me know. And I'm curious if you have any questions about it. And Terry is saying yes. Helps if I show some of her comments. There we go. You're up on the screen, Terry. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, it does make sense. I feel the more that we tune in with the heart center, the more we feel things, and this world, we're reaching that energy where it's going to implode or explode, meaning everything's going to reset back to default. And our default is here. It is not here. It is not the car you buy, it's not the house you buy, it's not the clothes you wear. It's here. And we need to have that connection again. So, and the reason I want you guys to do this channeling exercise, it's a quick reset for your mind. Do you find that your mind is very, very busy? It is. I know mine can be sometimes, and I'm like, whoa, 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 hold on. The horses are galloping away. Like, what's going on here? Bring it back. And a lot of times it just takes a few breaths. That's what I do. I just take a big, deep, cleansing breath and just let it go, and then find what feels good. Also, have a conversation with yourself and find out where that's coming from. Why? Is it your agenda or is it somebody else's agenda, right? So, yes, it's just a quick reset. So it's a good thing to do because you know that your mind has a lot to say, but what does your soul want? Do we ever ask that? No. So I'm inviting you to ask that. There's a part above your head, your mind, that's higher and has a wider perspective. Wide. Just like healing is not straight. It is like this. It's linear. It's a linear experience. It's all over the place, right? And that's why I work so hard with energy work. And I teach Reiki. And I want everyone to have the ability, everybody can do Reiki. And once you have that energy piece, game changer, total game changer, okay? So Terry's saying, so true. I'm really trying to learn to trust what I feel and not constantly dismissing it. Yeah, and I think it started in childhood, because when you were born, you were perfect. Oh my God, look at this beautiful girl or baby boy. And then our parents, they put their own fears, their own wishes, their desires, their programs onto us because that's what they learned. And then we start getting, being told by society we're too sensitive. At least I was. Why do you cry too much? What's wrong with you? Oh, you look like you're getting agitated. I had that the other day, and I looked at him and I said, "You're darn right, because you crossed the line." And that was very empowering. Anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. I feel as empaths and as intuitives and as sensitives, we do not know our boundaries, and we've got to work very hard on the boundary piece, and then knowing our self-worth as well, and not listening to what other people say, not taking it in fully. So taking those labels off, unpeeling, it's like layers of an onion. That's how I see it. That's the intuitive, the soul journey of self, because we are all light workers. Yes, we are. And the sooner we figure this out, the better for everyone involved. So, and, I have done this with some of my clients as well. And when you first channel, the most common thing I hear from disgruntled people or people that are stuck in their ego and suffering and pessimistic, I guess, because we live in a pessimistic world. They'll say, I did it and it was just nice. Like, you're beautiful and you're lovely and like, whatever. Okay. And I'm like, And how often do you say this to yourself? How often do you tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm awesome, I'm amazing, I have so much love to give, I am unconditional love, I am, ascended master, whatever it is. You're smart, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you have gifts, you have so much to offer. Do you ever tell yourself that? We as humans are conditioned and programmed to be Teflon for the good stuff and Velcro for the bad. So we've got to flip that. Flip it. Amen. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So when you tell them that, they're like, oh, okay. So it kind of calibrates you at first. And the more we channel and tune in to ourselves, gratitude, dream journals, that's my routine. I have a whole routine, and I get up an hour extra in the morning early to do all these things, because if I don't, I see myself sliding and slipping. So it's important. It's like my sobriety, if that makes sense. Because I had depression, seasonal affective disorder, which I still have sometimes, depending on the type of winter we have. The anxiety piece, I think we all have anxiety because we don't know how to shut our minds off and let go and meditate and find that time to just be present, quiet, nothing. So a high level of love and acceptance, the more detail and sharing with each other, energy speaks. And if you look at the news, which I do not watch, or you see the harassed parent in the grocery store with screaming children, or you talk to a friend that is angry with everything that's going on, and it's the same old story, and they just can't get past it. So energy affects us. All of that stuff affects us. I don't know about you, but when I go out into the world, it's like, whoa, I'm feeling all this stuff. Yes, yes, you can feel it, but I see myself as a big rose, and it's unconditional love both ways. So I have worked real hard to not let it affect me or take that on. And we are often in vibration with other people, so we use channeling to bring us back to spirit, inspiration, who we are. We are stardust, we are cosmos. We are not human. We are spiritual beings living yes, in a 3D world, but we are 5D, if that makes sense. So back to spirit, back to center. We all have intuition. We all use it. It's all around us. I implore everyone to just try to dive in. All right, guys. Ask me a question. Don't be shy. If you're looking for the self-love meditation, please comment below and I will email that to you. And I have this show every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And let me know if you have a specific topic or a guest you would like to have on the show. I'm always open to all comments and suggestions. As well, I also do new moon and full moon meditations, healing, party. You'd have to go to my page, 24 Karat Healing, to have a look into that. I do a weekly energy message via YouTube, and it goes up every Sunday. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. Pretty much, and I just signed up on TikTok too, so if you want to go and have a look at that, it's pretty interesting. So we're just going to wrap this up. I did a self-love meditation. It was pretty amazing. We channeled our higher self. So if you want to go around the 10-minute mark, you will see that as well. And letting everybody know that you're all born perfectly, right? Just, you have to believe that. Terry's asking, how do you do the dream journal? I keep it beside my bed, and if I usually wake up around between 3 and 5, which is saying you're becoming spiritually awake, like you're getting messages, you're vibrating higher, you're getting downloads, however you want to see it. I just start writing whatever comes to my mind, and if you can only remember one sentence, start with that. But I also ask my guides, my angels, and my loved ones the night before. I do self-Reiki as well. And I talk to my guides. I ask them, I say prayers. I ask them to take me, to astral planes, the cosmos. We do a lot of traveling in other worlds. I mean, there's so many worlds beyond Earth that you can travel to while you're dreaming. And you get, messages, signs, lots of stuff in there, and synchronicities. And you might not make sense at the time, but when you go back to read it, it's pretty powerful stuff. You start putting the pieces together. So it's the intention. You start asking, you start praying, you start writing. And write, and if you can't remember, just even if it's a couple words, you're sending the universe a sign saying, okay, I want to start remembering my dreams. Please send me messages. And they're like, oh yeah, we got it. Because if you don't invite spirit to dinner, they're not going to show up. So even before readings, anything that I do with clients, any energy work, I sit and meditate. I sit with my guides, my angels, and my loved ones, and I ask them to come. Whoever I'm reading, I want them, their angels, their guides as well to show up. So that's how it works. And I've been doing practicing dream journal for just over almost 2 years now. So it's pretty amazing when I do a reading and I tell someone, do you live in a bi-level split? Do you have a red feature wall in a certain painting? And they're like, what? It's like I've been in their home. I've traveled there. It's pretty interesting. So, and that's where you're going to find, your gifts, like which clairs are the most present. Like, are you claircognizant? Are you clairaudient? Are you clairsentient? I mean, those are your, do you see things? Do you hear things? Do you smell things? Do you taste things? Do you feel things? For me, it's the feel, big time. And I do get visions as well, but develop your gifts and just go with it and have fun. Well, thank you, Terry, for being here. I really appreciate it. And please, if you enjoyed this, share this out to your friends, share this out to whoever would enjoy this. I want to wish you guys an amazing Mercury retrograde. Please do not sign new contracts, make any important decisions, nothing rash. Just, it's more of a time to sit back and reflect, okay? We just had the new moon as well. So you did your intentions and now you're flowing with them and getting ready for the next, cycle of the moon as well. You're welcome, Terry. And I want to wish you guys love, light, and blessings. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends.